told you change would be easy? You watch those politicians drawing massive crowds, and yes, you know, people want change. You think it's going to be easy? The reason I wrote in my book, Political Change, that you need to always be prepared for resistance to change is because not everyone is going to agree that change is necessary. I'm Dr. Lisa Ann Chung, political leadership strategist, author of the book Political Change, and president for Kenley College. Now, how do you, as an aspiring politician or a new politician, manage the resistance to change? Because I'm sure you want to know how to do that. And I realized working with people who are pretty much early stages, this is one of the things they struggle with. It's trying to get out of their own head when everybody doesn't like them, when everybody doesn't agree with their desire for change. And I want to bring your attention to a quote. Now, there's some controversy over who actually said it, so don't worry about who said it. The truth of the quote still stands, and it is, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do it. And that's why I want to encourage you today. Resistance to change will happen. Okay, let's accept that. Some of the reasons that people may give you as to why they don't want the change might be things you should listen to. It may be noteworthy. And if you think about it, you say, okay, what can I incorporate? What changes can I incorporate in my plan for change? And be a better leader as a result. But you don't have to address everything. Because even as people want to come out and they bring, whether it's news media or they bring other things and they're resisting that change, they don't want to have it, and you see that there are more people who want it, then what else can you look at doing? One of the things that I realized is that people feel that in politics you have this short, but it feels super long period of pressure where you feel, I've got to respond. I've got to set the record straight. And I've got to respond every time somebody resists, somebody tries to come out and speak against what I'm working towards. Here's the truth. You do not have to respond to everybody. I even want to give you some words of advice from a politician who went before you. And he left these words specifically for you. And so Winston Churchill says, you will never reach your destination if you stop and throw stones at every dog that barks. There you go. You cannot seek to spend all of your time and energy addressing people who disagree with you, people who are resisting the political change movement that you're a part of. Listen, focus. That's your responsibility. Focus. Focus on the change that is needed at this time. Change can be a blessing. And you, when you're going through it, you're working towards it, you see all the benefits of that change. But you have to be prepared for it. You've got to recognize that the resistance will happen. So once you know it's going to happen, let's move on. It's going to happen. You know this. Think about it. You know it because you see it outside of politics. You know that when there's change of any kind happening, not everybody's in agreement with it. Not everyone wants it. And you see it happening outside of politics, so why would you think it would be different just because you're in politics? How much more will it be? And I've come to realize that whatever you see going on in any other industry or sector, expect it to happen in politics. So if it happens outside of politics and people will resist change, it's going to happen in politics just the same. So now, why do some people resist change? One of the reasons that people resist change is because it's a threat to their power, their status in society. So these are the people where their greed for power, either to get into power or to stay in power is actually driving them to resist you coming in with your big fancy changes. Another group who will resist change, and they may not even want to call it that they are resisting change, but they are. These are the ones who may be naturally or consistently the protest voters. Their entire identity almost is built on being a protest voter. They will choose a fringe candidate, they will choose a fringe party, all because they want to be seen as different. They want to be seen as the ones who are the protest voters. And whether it is subconscious or conscious, they are very much resisting change. And if their candidate won, it almost spoils everything for them. And yes, there are people who are just like that. But what about you? What if you really desire to bring change? What if you really put your time, your effort, your energy, your heart and soul, your body, your liver, your kidney, everything in it, to develop a vision for change, whether it is for your nation, your city, your state, county, your community? So you might just be that candidate. When you get your vision together, you know that massive vision that even scares you? Know that there's going to be resistance to that. No matter how your heart is in the right place, there will be resistance to that. And if I'm seeing things right, let me encourage you. We're in a season for great change. We're in a season for massive change. Here, basically globally. And if I'm seeing things right, and I believe I'm seeing things right, this is the time where unexpected people in unexpected times and unexpected ways are going to come out as winners. There is more for you and the positive political change than is actually against you. So let that encourage you. Don't be distracted by those who don't see as you see. You can try and get them to see, but don't be distracted by the resistance. And one of the things is that I have an entire section on dealing with resistance to change, recognizing it and working with it in my book, Political Change. So you be sure to get this book. And what I'm going to do to help you get that is, in the description, I will put a link to how you can get your copy. That's it for today. See you next time. Bye-bye.